What are some practices you could share to help in the moments of despair or loss of hope, which
Yeah.
can happen with a diagnosis or a marriage ending or big shifts? What is your best approach that you could guide someone through or that someone could take as guide?
So I would say the best approach is to take a pause first and try to understand what is the learning lesson that I'm supposed to receive from this. Because in reality, we're not supposed to just go through bad crap all the time. Like there are certain things that if you are willing to make a change, you could get out of it. And alongside of that, having an amazing network around you because you're going to need them at that point in time, right? You don't want them for pity parties. I mean, honestly, that's the last thing you should be doing is like, everybody feel sorry for me because that's just going to keep you stuck. But if you can get these people to be like, hey, Sanjay, like, what if you did this? Or, what if you thought about that? That's when that learning happens, is that you need to be pushed into the corner so that you know how to get out. I've been knocked down literally physically too so many times, and I know how to get back up. And I always call it as I'm optimizing myself. I'm never fixing anything. I'm always optimizing, right? Like we're constantly doing that, and we need to be doing that. We would do ourselves no justice of having all this knowledge and then not applying it, right? It's like, yeah, fine, you bought the books, you watch the videos, you watch their podcasts, but how much of it are you applying?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm fortunate to have a husband who is very much engaged in the constant evolution.
Yeah,
And we've talked about the value in living an examined life.
right.
In almost every day, you say, well, is this working? Or what's
Yeah,
not working? And what can I do? Because it's
right.
easy to be like, we're in economic uncertainty. Like they have these lines that they,
No gas, no water.
yeah, exactly. Like taxes will fix everything. And you can subscribe to all of that and be dependent on whatever you're told to think and feel and believe, and that will dictate
Right,
the expression of your life. Or you examine, okay, all of that may or may not be true.
right.
And if it is or isn't true, what do I have the opportunity to do?
You nailed it, Megan, because especially around the convoy, when that all happened, I remember how like gutted and riveted I was feeling it. I was having tears sitting at my desk and it was consuming me. And I remember I was even falling apart at work. Like I wasn't doing my meetings properly just because I was so into this, right? And then I literally had to check myself after all that settled and all this social nonsense kept coming out. I said, I can't affect what's going on the other side of the world right now. I can't even affect what's going on the other city. But what I can change and what I can affect is my immediate world and what my world consists of. Yes, this stuff is going on, but hey, guess what? A lot of this stuff is curated for their enjoyment, not ours. It's basically there to divide us and keep us divided all the time, right? And I just said, I'm not signing up to that anymore. I'm a human care bear and I like to be happy and I like to send love and receive love. And that's going to be my key operative.
Oh, you're such a cute Care Bear. I
I'm
love.
Tenderheart.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's amazing. I teach coherence and I often use the visual of the Care Bear stare of like just blasting.
Yeah, I send it to people all the time. And it's funny, today I was actually going to I've got a shirt that says hug dealer. And every time I wear it, people are like, oh, I want to give you a hug. I'm like, here you go.
Yeah, that's great. Is there anything else you feel like you'd want to share to wrap a bow on this, or do you feel like we covered the key things?
Well, I think the three key things, like I told my son in terms of how to live in this world, is first and foremost to be a good human, be good to others, and don't expect anything in return.
Mhm.
It doesn't have a religion tied to it, but those things are mentioned in many books. And I think that's what we have to do, is we have to just go back to the essence of us as a loving, positive human being and understanding how we affect others through energy and how they affect us through energy too. But instead of putting a title on it, just be a person.